So I had the great fortune of being invited to Sandbox VR by my friend Dave. What is Sandbox VR? It is a location-based VR group experience. 24 cities across the US, Europe, and Asia, 6 additional cities coming soon. The one we went to is in Cincinnati, Ohio, which was really Libertyville or Liberty Township, Ohio. It costs $50 to $55 depending on your location. Ours was $55. They have 5 different VR experiences: Deadwood Valley, Curse of Davy Jones, Deadwood Mansion, Star Trek Discovery. I look forward to doing this one the most next time, and Amber Sky 2088. The staff were super enthusiastic, super helpful. They didn't seem like VR enthusiasts like anyone that's watching this, but it doesn't matter. Like going to a roller coaster, going to a theme park. They were helpful, they were enthusiastic, they made sure that you were buckled in and safe. The requirements were that you just wear light, comfortable clothing, and if you wear glasses, you wear contact lenses. I have fairly big glasses, they were totally fine. But while we were playing, we noticed the VR hardware they were using. They were using Pico Neo 3 Pros, available 100% in China. They're owned by TikTok, becoming available in Europe, and they're available for businesses in the US. They used over-the-ear headphones, which I didn't really care for, but it is what it is. And then they used a gaming laptop and a backpack. Altogether, it was about 20 pounds. For tracking, you wore trackers on your ankles and your wrists, and these trackers look like a molecular model that you would have from high school chemistry class. For weapons, I had a pistol, Dave had the rifle, and it looks really nice. They look like props from a sci-fi film. The surprise to me is that they are using the B-Haptics TAC Suit X40. You can check out my review of the TAC Suit, which coincidentally Dave stars in. And they custom branded it with a patch over the left breast. It looked really nice. So is it fun? Hell yeah, it's location-based VR. You get to be in the same room with your friend. The one we chose was Amber Sky 2088. I think you're on Mars. You're standing on an elevator on a stalk like you imagine in Foundation, which was a space elevator. Start in the bottom and go all the way to the top, and you go through different scenarios, so you don't ever have to leave the room, but you can walk around the entire platform. The bad guys, of course, like always, were insect aliens, so you're not really killing people, which was, on some level, kind of nice. 20 by 30 foot play space, I think. They had a guardian around the room, just like you would in a Quest or in Steam VR. They had items you could pick up and shoot, so you see a better weapon across the area from you, you shoot it, and now you have it. And then you can revive the other player. And what happens is when they're down, they go transparent, or they just yell, "Hey, I'm down." Then you have to touch your hand to their shoulder and they revive in a couple seconds. Overall, the experience was about 20 minutes long. So should you go? I can give you a solid maybe. I mean, it was fun. I experienced a little bit of motion sickness. Dave said he did as well. I think what happened is they're choosing clarity over frame rate. I think it looked really nice, but it was a little chuggy, and I think that just induced a little bit of sickness. There was also a cable coming from the Pico Neo to the laptop on the back of my head, and it got caught a couple times, and that's always a surprise. It doesn't feel good. The headphones were clunky. They were kind of falling off a little bit. That's partially my problem because I got a little tiny head. I couldn't adjust the top strap on the Pico Neo, so it fit fine on the back and on the front, but the top part I could feel was loose on top of my head, and I'm just not used to that. Overall, I think if I had to choose between doing this or using a Quest or using a Vive, I'd rather be at home on a Quest or a Vive. Perhaps it's also because I have the home field advantage. I don't have to go anywhere, it just all works. For $50 to $55, that's a good chunk of a brand new Quest payment right there, and I just think that's what you should do. Would I do it again? I would do it again because it was a lot of fun to do something with a friend outside of the house, which is something that I think a lot of us need right now. So what were the cons? $50 to $55 a person. I'd rather pay $300 once for a Quest and get some games, and then I have those for, as long as the Quest works. I had to leave the house, which again isn't the biggest deal in the world. It was a 30-minute drive, but that's also 30-minute drives back. That's an hour of my life gone. It's a lesser overall VR experience on some level. I think it's so much easier just to pick up a Quest and go. You can do a online co-op experience with a friend on a Quest. The fact that I get to be in the same room with a person in a location-based VR place like this is really great, but the rest of these things made it a lesser experience. The pros, group experience, love it. It's a great option for a family, friend group, or corporate outings. It's an experience you're not going to get at home, especially because they have unique story-driven experiences that aren't going to be available on the Quest store or Steam VR. So overall, would I do it again? I would, but I probably would choose a couple other things before I did this, just because I feel like it's a lesser VR experience. If anything is going to promote VR, and I think right now getting anyone into VR is only going to be good for the entire industry in our hobby. So hey, consider subscribing and check out my Space Pirate Arena video to see how it compares to Sandbox VR. I appreciate you guys watching this video. I'll see you again next time.